Hey, what's going on, my fellow engineers? I'm back, and today we are doing my monthly pickups for the month of May 2014. I know June just started, so technically we're a day late, but I figured do it now while I still have a chance. And today we have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 games we're going to be showing that I bought over the course of the month of May. And most of them have been very retro games that I bought and maybe 2 or 3 here brand new games I recently just bought. But we're gonna start with some games right here. Here we go. So the first one I bought is actually still sealed, but I bought Elite Beat Agents on the Nintendo DS. Now this game is a fantastic. This is probably this is the game that got me into rhythm games. So like in the future, I ended up playing like games like Rock Band or Guitar Hero or no anything like that. Any type of rhythm game. This is the first one I've ever played. I ended up losing my copy later on, but Amazon recently they were selling new sealed copies recently for like $5. I ended up buying one. I ended up getting it in the first week of May. And again, completely sealed, never opened before, brand new copy of LEP Agents. I'm trying to decide if I want to open it or if I just want to keep it sealed forever. I haven't decided yet because I do really want to replay it, or at least play this game. It's utterly fantastic. Nintendo, we really need a sequel. Japan already had their sequels. We need one for Elite Beat Agents. Fantastic game, highly recommended if you've never played uh, the game before. It's just they use the touchscreen controls and everything fantastically. The character designs, the people you're talking with, everything about this game is fantastic. Highly recommend it. Elite Beat Agents. Next game is Harvest Moon Magical Melody. I ended up rebuying this game. A lot of these are games I ended up rebuying. Just let you know ahead of time. But Harvest Moon Magical Melody, the first Harvest Moon game I've ever played, is the one that got me into this franchise, and this one is just fun, fantastic. I'm trying to decide if I actually want to do a playthrough of this on my gameplay channel. I'm still deciding if I want to do that, but this is probably one of my other favorite Harvest Moon games of all time. A lot of people might think of Back to Nature or Harvest Moon 64 or something like that, but this one's the one I remember the most and love playing the most. And everyone keeps saying, at least I've heard, whoever loved this game also loved it when I was on the Super Nintendo, I believe. It was very similar to it, but you can play as a boy and a girl on the GameCube version. There's also a Wii version of this, which is actually technically a worse version of this, considering I think you can only play as the guy in the Wii version. The GameCube version, you can play as the guy or the girl. Fantastic game. If you haven't played Harvest Moon or you're a fan of Harvest Moon, never played it, Magical Melody, play this. Now, here comes a new game that I bought. Also, I think it's came out first day of May, second day of May. Mario Golf World Tour. Now, I played this for at least a good 2 weeks. I stopped for some reason. I just lost track of time. I couldn't end up finishing this, but this lives up to the Mario Golf hype. The ones I remember were the 64 and the one on the GameCube. I remember playing those two, absolutely loved them. So getting Mario Golf on the 3DS was like a no-brainer. Now, there's not that many courses, but there's so much with the multiplayer. The multiplayer depth is amazing in this game, where they always update you with new tournaments you can play. You are doing the same courses over and over again, it feels like, but overall there's also DLC you get. It's loaded with multiplayer content, and that's what World Tour is all about. But Mario Golf World Tour, I recommend playing if you haven't played it yet. Now, back to Mario Golf. I also ended up buying, because of World Tour, I loved it so much, I ended up buying Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, though this is a Target exclusive copy. Now, yes, I do work at Target, but this is not where I got my copy at. All these GameCube copies I did end up buying on eBay. I'll let you guys know that ahead of time. But I got this copy, and yeah, the game again. I never owned Toadstool Tour. I only ended up renting it a long time ago when my brother bought it. But when I just wanted to play the game again, I remember playing that 1 week that we had. Loved the game. And I wanted to replay the game again, so I'm like, might as well buy another copy, or at least when I get time to buy another copy. So Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. A lot of people, for some reason, don't like this one. I personally love Toadstool Tour. I don't know why. It's probably the one Mario Golf game I remember the most, at least playing. But Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, great game as well. Alright, so these last three, two of them are retro, one of them is brand new. First one being Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is the one Pokemon game I've never played before. I played the first Pokemon Coliseum. I played that, the first GameCube one. Played it, beat it, loved it. Gale of Darkness I never got to, mainly because I remember back when it was released, me and my brothers, we weren't thrilled about the game. We didn't feel like it was worth, I think it was like 50, 60 back then. We really didn't feel like it was worth that money back then, and especially because there was all the shadow Pokemon. We weren't thrilled with it, but oh no, the last few weeks I'm just sitting here, I'm thinking about all the Pokemon games I've played. I'm thinking about Pokemon Alpha, was it the Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, or something like that, what they're called, or it might be the other way around. And I was thinking about those, and I'm like, I never played XD Gale of Darkness. So I'm buying my own copy. It looks fantastic. Box condition's very good. And yeah, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Got that as well. Two more I have on this list. First one, this is probably the one I probably went a little too high on, or at least paid a little too much for, but it was worth it because I absolutely love it. And I'm preparing for the new ones coming up, but Super Smash Bros. Melee. God, I love Smash Brothers. I lost another one that my brother ended up selling, and I really wanted to keep. So I ended up buying my own copy, and I wanted to make sure the copy I bought wasn't like a player. All the copies I bought, I wanted to make sure the box cover at least wasn't a player's choice, and this is what this one is. This is like our original copy. And again, the game disc, everything comes with the original manual. Everything was fantastic. Loved the game. It's Smash Brothers. I mean, what can you say? And I still have my old save files as well for most of the games I did have, so I can always go back and play old games I remember playing with my old saves. But Smash Brothers Melee, fantastic game. This very last one I have here is actually a game I've been playing the last 2 days or so. Mario Kart 8 came out May 30th, like 2 days before the end of May. What I can really say is I played all the 50cc Grand Prix, getting at first place, started them all already. I played 100cc, and I played a lot of multiplayer. Multiplayer is, I want to say it's fantastic. It's very similar to Mario Kart Wii, except you don't disconnect as much, but you still have that communication error disconnections every once in a while. But overall, Mario Kart 8, it's Mario Kart. That's all you can really say. And it did fix up some of the gameplays. I've noticed, like when you're doing like the bikes, when you're like usually when you do the bikes, you like flip up and you go a little faster when you do like the motion. You can't do that anymore. The bikes are just very similar to the karts now, which I think is a huge improvement. And then they also got rid of the fact that you can't hold on to multiple items. So let's say you be a green shell, and then you hold like the L button, you hold down for the green shell, and you're just driving around. Usually, if you had another item block, you can get another item to hold it for you, but now you can't do that. Instead, if you get a green shell, you hold L for the green shell and hold it behind you, it'll still pop up in the inventory that you still have a green shell. So you can't get another item until that item gets either used or destroyed. So I did like that. Again, Mario Kart 8, I think you guys would love. If you love Mario Kart, you're going to love Mario Kart 8. That's simple as that. And it's a good way to get the Wii U going, especially considering the huge lineup they're going to have coming out over the next month. That's Mario Kart 8, and that's actually everything I bought for the month of May. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, all our fun stuff. And I'll do another purchase history with the next month coming up for June. If I actually have a lot that I bought, I might actually slow down a little bit. I really was just trying to get all of these games that were very retro, that I very much remember playing, and I really wanted to own. And for the most part, all the ones I really wanted to own the GameCube, I ended up rebuying and got. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.